My Nearpod session was delivered to a group of Level 3 OCR learners who are studying how artists use 2D materials and processes. I used Nearpod as a solution to an issue when I was unable to deliver learning using the existing technologies due to the failure of the classroom projector. The task was to research and evaluate a number of collage artists and use this information to help create collage works using images and other media. Nearpod allowed me to design a number of learner-centred activities within the session, including open-ended questioning, artist critique and discussion of works. I was able to show a video, which was a 5-minute video on the history of collage and Dada. We looked at artists such as Raoul Haussmann. We looked at Hannah Hoch. We also looked at more contemporary artists such as Andy Warhol. And David Hockney. And I was able to embed links to web pages and sites such as the teaching pages of the Museum of Modern Art in New York, where we were able to discuss the work of Kurt Schwimmer, in particular his work Metz 32A. A major part of the session was an interactive learner collaboration where students had to carry out further research into artists and works, uploading their results onto a shared space within the Nearpod lesson. And this is an example of the results that the students had. So not only did they research artists we'd already discussed and looked at other works by them, they also found new artists such as Olaf Brunin and Ernesto Artillo, Nancy Sparrow, Alyson Diaz, Damien Blottier. This is an example of one of the open-ended questions and the answers the students gave, which allowed me to carry out formative assessment of knowledge and look at their written communication skill. At the end of the session, I carried out a short poll asking 3 questions. How did you find the format of the lesson? Did this lesson help keep your attention? And would you like to have more lessons delivered like this? All bar one learner said they found the format of the session helpful. This learner had studied collage previously and didn't like the genre. Question 2, the answers of this are interesting. There were 2 learners in this group who find maintaining attention a challenge, and this often results in disruptive behaviours. One of these learners said it helped maintain attention, while the other one said that his attention span was the same. However, my observation suggested that he was more engaged than he would normally be. Finally, all bar 3 learners said they would like to have more sessions delivered like this. And of those 3 learners, one of them was the learner who had already studied collage. I'm able to get results by learner group, and I'm also able to look at individual students. So the strengths for me are as follows. It really assists in keeping focus in class. It can be used live or student-paced for flipped learning. I was able to use a good variety of resources within the Nearpod app. Learners did much more effective research using the collaborative tool, and one learner even commented that they were researching at a much better level than they would normally do. I didn't need to share individual answers with the group, so even reflective learners and learners who perhaps wouldn't have wanted to speak felt safe and included. And it has great scope for developing other skills such as research and critiquing skills, as well as essential skills like general literacy and active listening. It does have a couple of limitations. Videos can be run at student pace, so start times can differ if they're not added correctly. It is important to embed the resources properly into the platform. And there's little scope for any inaction, reflection and change, except maybe to skip content. Some of my other observations. If the learners liked the subject, they generally liked the platform, but if they didn't engage with the subject, they tended not to be as engaged with the platform. However, in any event, it kept attention because these learners are very much digital natives and this is a normal way of them interacting with technology. It's certainly a platform that I would use again. Thank you.